Northern Ontario's Nagagami River. Wild, remote, and free-flowing, only a handful of paddlers attempt to travel her isolated, churning waters. Seeking challenge and adventure, in May of 2018, Leah and I set out to canoe this pristine boreal river. Departing from the end of a logging road, in the middle of the vast boreal forest, we would trek over 5 kilometers to reach the Oba-Kamiga River. From here, we would journey north to the vast open expanse of Nagagami Lake, notorious for high winds and big waves. Then, we would reach the Nagagami River proper. These upper stretches of the river are only accessible by train, float plane, or a lengthy overland trek down abandoned roads. Little-used portages and big rapids greet the paddler as they work their way downstream. After Dirty Bush Rapids, the river picks up speed and tumbles over a series of ever-quickening rapids, eventually falling over the imposing canyon at Jack Pine Rapids. Our journey would see us paddle 110 kilometers to Highway 11, but one could continue to paddle north to the mighty Albany River and eventually the frigid Arctic waters of James Bay. Okay, we are here in the boreal forest. We're gonna make our way down to Nagagami Lake and the Nagagami River. We are in the middle of nowhere on a logging road, but it's getting a little soft and we're expecting a lot more rain in the next couple days. So I'm a little nervous about taking the truck all the way down there. We've got a pretty hefty portage in front of us before we even get to the river proper. It's about 4.5 kilometers. Thankfully, it's all old logging roads. There's a little bit of soft sections, a little bit of muddy areas, but it should be a lot easier than pushing through the bush for this long. So unfortunately, we're starting our trip off on foot with heavy, fully laden packs, and it's freezing rain, so we'll see how it goes. How are you feeling about this portage?
I'm dreading it. It's cold and it's raining, but it'll be all good in the end.
Excited to get on the water?
Dying. I've been waiting 8 months for this, so I'm ready.
About 2K into our portage right now. Just crossed this little tiny creek and we just got a lot more of logging roads. It's deteriorating a little bit down here, but it still should be pretty good. Yeah, nice open area, not slogging through the bush, which is nice.
It was getting a little boggy in parts there, really muskeg-like in the summer. I could just imagine that being just a swarm full of bugs. 5.32K is what our actual distance ended up being. Anyways, we're now down at the Oba-Kamiga River. I'm gonna butcher the name on that one. And we're gonna take that down about 5 kilometers to Nagagami Lake. Already there's a nice set of class 1 rapids here. And up next is Saggy Rapids and Sagi Portage. Not really sure what that's gonna entail at all. So we'll see if we can run that or if we're gonna have to portage that. There is a bit of a portage here already, and this is a lesser known route. So that bears well for the rest of the trip. We'll see if there's more bushwhacking in store for us or if it's going to be a lot of easy portages.
That's perfect.
So we just ran Sagi Rapids, which is an awesome little class 2. I didn't film that, but you gotta take my word for it, it was really fun. A bit of snow still on the banks and a lot of high pushing waves through there. A bit technical, but we had a great time going down there. Took on even a bit of water, even with the spray deck. I didn't do it up properly, but yeah, we're having a blast out here so far. It is absolutely gorgeous. Welcome to Nagagami Lake.
The wind will lift my step. The wind will lift my step. Oh, this ain't over yet. We're higher, 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 higher now. Got up to give, and I've been working up to this. I can feel the wind. We're higher, 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 higher now.
We reached Nagagami Lake under sunny skies. With the weather in our favor, we turned our attention toward her seemingly endless golden beaches and set about exploring. It is just one giant endless expanse out there. crazy. Thankfully, the winds are in our favor today. Nice and sandy area too, eh?
The wind will lift my step. The wind will lift my step. Oh, this ain't over yet. We're higher, higher, higher now.
As we continued to paddle Nagagami, it was evident that winter had only just left. Snow and ice clung to the distant banks, a good sign that water levels on the Nagagami River would be fast and high for thrilling whitewater runs. That's pretty cool. Definitely still spring.
We're on the Nagagami River now, and it is just lushing. We've just been running a constant stream of swifts and class 2s, nice big bushy waves. It has been awesome so far. A lot of current here, the river's really moving, so we're making great progress. Love you, babe. This one's gonna be fast, okay? Just remember that rock on the right side is a good signal too. Okay, we didn't hit that line right. Not even close. That's alright, babe. You did. That's alright, babe. No, you did awesome. You did awesome. I saw it as we were coming down, I was like,
All right, what a day out here. Holy jeez, we did the monster 5.3K portage to get to the Obaminka River. Then we went across Nagagami Lake, and that was pretty windy at times going across there, but we did enjoy some nice sun and some sandy beaches. We get to the Nagagami River. A lot of great little rapids. We were running through some lovely class 2s, a lot of swifts, and then we hit a beefy class 3 here at Sagi Rapids. We're actually camped at the end of the portage. Unfortunately for us though, kind of misaligned slightly. We hit a tongue and we went for a bit of a swim. Dry suits did the job, nice and dry. Everything else is good to go. Lost one knife, unfortunately, off my life jacket. That's it. Other than that, pretty great day out here. Can't complain whatsoever. All right, it is day number 3 on the Nagagami River, and we're just leaving behind our campsite here on Sagi Rapids. Gonna make our way downriver today. It doesn't really look like there's a whole lot of whitewater ahead of us on this stretch. A lot of meandering marshes. Maybe we'll get a chance to spot some moose and other wildlife. But there are a couple little ones, 100-meter portages. They're not really named, unlike the bigger rapids like this here. So hopefully we have a bit of fun in some of them if we don't portage. So yeah, it'll be a good day on the river. All right, Leah, paddle us away. Yeah, yeah.
expecting to hit a nice set of rapids at about like 8 kilometers down the way, and we were constantly talking about it, and then we got there and it was a tiny little swift. That was definitely not a rapid, so now we're hoping that the other rapids continue to be a little bit bigger. Supposed to pour like 2 centimeters and drop down to 6 degrees, and it's already dropping really quickly from this morning, so that's gonna suck. I already had a shower yesterday. I don't want another one.
Okay, let's rock and roll.
Yeah. So cold. Worse than winter camping. Holy crap.
Yeah, it's a great day in the Nagagami, eh? It is miserable out here. My action camera has failed. I can't film any of this. The Portage is completely flooded out here by a raging set of falls. We had to cut our own path down actually because the Portage itself is just completely flooded and we can't get through here. It's nasty. It's actually starting to sleet a bit. We are freezing cold. We're gonna get to the next Portage, call it quits. We're thinking it's a nasty day out here. Friggin' nasty, man. Let's get going. Man, oh man, what a day. Yeah, it's cold out. It was snowing actually for a bit. We came off this last 70-meter portage, which was flooded right out. And it was just coming down pretty hard. We saw this little island actually in the middle of these waterfalls here, and it looks like a perfect campsite. Got the tarp set up, tent set up, the fire's going right now, nice and warm, thankfully, because it is freezing out here.
It was like 30 kilometers of straight paddling and headwinds, and then for the last 2.5 hours it was pouring rain, and then it started snowing, and yeah, I'm very grateful to be at a campsite right now with a hot fire and wine. My hair is still cold. Well, it's pretty damp still, even though it's been out of the rain for a couple hours now. So I'm still pretty cold, but I'm very grateful to be at camp right now. It was a hard day. I thought yesterday was hard. Today was hard.
The rain has stopped, the snow has stopped. It is still cold out. We checked the weather on the inReach and it's supposed to get down about 3 today. Leah made a joke that it's supposed to be 27 tomorrow. When we checked the forecast, it's actually looking like it's supposed to be 20. It's pretty windy again though apparently, but it looks like it's shifting. It's going to be coming from behind us as a tailwind this time from the south, so I don't know. I'll believe it when we see it. It was a cold day. I didn't film much. Camera issues. Hopefully we can sort them out because we got some decent whitewater in front of us tomorrow that I'd love to get on film. But yeah, we'll see. If not, we're just out here to enjoy the venture anyways.
Dinner was amazing. It was a Thai noodle dish that was like a coconut lime with ginger, and it had a really nice heat to it, so it kept your system nice and warm, with dehydrated chicken and a bunch of different dehydrated vegetables and mushrooms, and it was really filling and super nutritious, which was really good after a really hard day on the water. Yeah, it was wonderful. Hit the spot. Hit the spot. I'd eat it again. I'd probably eat it outside of camping.
That's a winner.
Happy Sunday! We are going down the river, thinking about 30K today. We got a couple big portages ahead of us too. Hopefully the portages that we have to take are in good shape. Thus far, it actually looks like quite a few people have come through this route. A lot of down trees here and there, but there are some signs of the portages and some sign that it has been maintained recently. So that's boding well for us as we hit some of these longer portages approaching 2K through the boreal here.
Sunny, there's a tailwind, a lot of rapids today.
This is the unfortunate aftermath of a fuel bottle explosion. Somehow the lid got knocked off in the food barrel. Yeah, everything got pretty friggin' covered in fuel. Barely have any fuel left. I was able to salvage a little bit, but looks like we're gonna be cooking over the fire the next couple days. This is crappy, man. Bye-bye, fuel. Full of gasoline. White gas. Crazy, eh? Whew. I should film some of the next portage.
We're in Dirty Bush Rapids on the Dirty Bush Portage, and it's pretty gnarly. It's ridiculous. There's shitty poplar everywhere and spruce down and wet, boggy crap. That's nasty. That's absolutely nasty.
This portage sucks. All the trees are at my waist, so I can't get over them without turtling myself.
Oh my god. Stuck.
And everything's very heavy. It smells like fuel. I'm a little lightheaded. And yeah, the name speaks for itself. It is the most dirtiest bush I've ever seen.
Friggin' stuck down to my knees, man. Frig, man. Down in a single trip, and we got all the weight pushing down in this really spring melt water saturated soil, and we can't run this rapid at all. This is just all the named rapids on this river are full of falls or whatnot, and there's no real safe place to eddy in whatsoever. So at spring flows like this, you're gonna portage. The rapids you can run are pretty fun, but the named ones are pretty beastly. Dirty Bush is just brutal. Everything has been toppled down, blow down. And I mean, you can see some runnable stuff here. I'm sweating in this freaking dry suit. It's not keeping me dry anymore. It's more like a cold suit. So I'm gonna take it off at the end of this thing and air out for a bit. But this is just nasty. Probably one of the hardest portages that we've done in a long time. Yeah, we're gonna hopefully get down to the river and run the rest of this set because this is just friggin' nuts. Wish we had a river guide for this river. The contours and the lines don't really let you know if there's a big drop coming, and like I said, most of them hasn't been a good place to eddy out, so it's been pretty dangerous running. But yeah, we're gonna forge ahead through the rest of this bush and try to get back down to the Nagagami and run the rest of these rapids, because this is just friggin' brutal, man. Garbage.
So happy to be at the landing.
What a slog.
I'm ready for some rapids now. I was afraid before, after the dump, but now I'm so annoyed with portaging that I want to go down some rapids again. It's one way to get over a fear. Just do a really shitty 2-hour long portage, and it'll make you get back in the boat pretty quickly.
There's a set of about 14 rapids. I think it stretches over about 7 kilometers. There's no portages. They're not named. So far we're finding all the big named rapids are some of the beefier drops. So could be a fun run at these high volumes. We're gonna see how it goes. Could be lining, could be wading along the shore or something, but yeah, we're pretty excited for that stretch of rapids today.
Nice! Oh yeah! You ready? We're going straight down it. Oh man, the spray deck was the best idea for this river. I'm glad we got it because I was a little hesitant about coming down here without it. That was fun! What a blast! Yeah. Look at you! And we'll ride the wave train out. So if there was a word to describe today, it would be sufferfest. We've had shit luck with stuff. The fuel bottle exploding in the food barrel, just not even sure how that happened, but I think the valve got depressed and then opened up, spilled fuel everywhere, ruined a bunch of food, ruined some electronics and things like that we were storing there for safekeeping. I've never had that issue before, which kind of sucks. And yeah, no fuel either for fire, but no problem. Have grate, have a pot. Rigged up a reflector lid there, so not a problem. When you're in the woods, you got a MacGyver and make the best of the worst situations. But man, that portage was absolutely brutal as well. Thankfully, at the end of the day, we got to run some nice little class 2s, some pushy waves there, but yeah. Dirty Bush Rapids really lives up to the name. Friggin' brutal day. Absolutely brutal. We are zonked right now, and it looks like it's gonna rain again. Just our awesome luck. We're making a sweet Indian dinner. I hope it's gonna be sweet, because after everything that's gone wrong, it better taste good. We are starving, it's 8:52. It says we burned 4,500 calories, but it didn't know that Dirty Bush Portage was dirty. It just thinks we were canoeing the entire time and slow at it. Butter chicken sauce in the house. Damn, son. Yeah, that's worth it. We eat well out here. Nothing like butter chicken and vegetables. Man, look at this nonsense. There are slugs everywhere on these boots. Good morning to you too, little creatures. Nutty. Leah, why are we eating lunch for breakfast?
Because the gasoline soaked through our breakfast rounds.
Yeah. And we don't want to get the fire going and get the oatmeal and coffee boiling either, so
Fuel up because we got 2.7K of portages today. Woohoo!
Yeah, that's where we want to go. We can almost drive right into it.
Awesome day on the Nagagami River. Absolutely gorgeous. Boreal forest, Northern Ontario.
Okay, we're going to take the V off to the right here. Come in, catch it, other side, there you go. Nice. Oh yeah, there's a drop at the end of that one. Quite a big drop.
I'm glad we didn't run all of that rapid. Ha! That would be Swamp City. So our last portage of the trip, it is Jack Pine Rapids and the Canyon 1.7K. And the name the Canyon, yeah, we're thinking there's going to be quite the canyon there too. Anyways, when we talked to the park super, he said it was pretty gnarly. And any of the brief descriptions I've read about this river have said that it's one to avoid at all costs as well. So yeah, we're going to lock and load and take a 1.7K portage on. The last of the trip, getting close to the car, and we are hungry.
When a portage is 1.7 kilometers long and it's called the Canyon, you can expect there to be some pretty intense, steep trails you're gonna have to climb down.
Huge canyon. Oh, there's a reason they call this the canyon. Oh, steep, muddy hills. Oh, it's sweaty. We shouldn't have portaged with the dry suits. Oh, that's all sweat. You can guarantee my boots are like full of a liter of water.
And it's plus 26 outside.
Right through the middle. We just got to avoid the tongue. Okay, this is a good one. Ready? Nice!
And all that's on film. Woohoo! Nagagami River trip.
It's gonna be pushy. Yeah! Awesome job. Yeah, babe. Yeah, you did awesome. Is that fun or what?
All right, what an awesome trip. We are done back at Highway 11. Give me a thumbs up, baby. All right. Wonderful 5 days out here in the Nagagami River, Northern Ontario, boreal forest. Awesome adventure. This is a river you gotta do. Woo! Haha.